Welcome, guys. Thank you so much for joining me today, and thanks for watching another episode of Inside HCF. We have started this part of the series. We are now talking to our ministry partners. So we're super excited to bring them in. We partner with 13 different ministries throughout our local city and throughout the world, actually. So it's really super fun for us to be talking with them. So today I have CareNet Pregnancy Centers and Linda here talking with me. So thanks so much for joining me today, Linda.
Well, thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here with you.
Awesome. So why don't you tell, for any of our viewers that don't know what CareNet is, tell us, I know you're located right downtown in Frederick. Tell us, what CareNet is, kind of its backstory, how you got started, what services you provide.
Okay, so CareNet Pregnancy Center actually started as the Frederick County Crisis Pregnancy Center back in 1983. Okay. And so it was the response from Roe versus Wade making abortion legal in 1973. So this was the compassionate piece to help women as they're finding themselves in an unplanned pregnancy. And so we started with pregnancy tests and material assistance on a small scale. And I believe that we actually have roots with Harvest Christian Fellowship from way back then. Yeah. And I think it's the Frederick Worship Center maybe back then.
Yes.
So we go way back. So in about the year of 1999-2000, we decided that we needed a name change. Back in '83, when someone found themselves pregnant outside of marriage, that felt like a crisis. But in 1999-2000, it didn't have that same feeling. And so we wanted to kind of get the word crisis out of our name. And because we are an affiliate of CareNet National, we thought, everybody loves the word care, right? We all want to be cared for. So we chose to change our name to CareNet Pregnancy Center of Frederick. And we've been all over Frederick. When I started in 1995, we were at Waverly Drive. And we had one little strip mall piece, and then we were able to expand to the next one. And then in 2002, a board member actually had come by our existing location and saw that this house was for sale. And so we had talked about it strategically about changing our location, but nothing was like on the paperwork of let's do it now. But he saw it, and at that time, the abortion clinic was open here in Frederick, and it's about 4 blocks from this location. Oh. So he brought it back to the board and the executive director at that time and said, let's pray about this. And so we did. And then when we prayed about it, we said, Lord, if you want us here, you'll have to supply the down payment because we don't have it. And he did. And so, yeah, it was really wonderful. And so we moved in. It's so much bigger than what we had. And now we're already needing more space, but that's the way it works, right? So we moved in, we re-gutted really the whole building, and then we opened our services. So that was in about 2000 and maybe the fall of 2002. So at 2005, we decided we needed to add medical services to what we were offering. So still doing pregnancy tests, but then we were able to offer an ultrasound for women. And we knew that that would be really helpful. It would be a piece of the puzzle as she's trying to figure out what she wants to do, seeing the baby in her own womb, how powerful that will be. And so we started our services for ultrasounds in 2005. And so we kind of continued our material assistance the way we had been doing. It was kind of just, if you needed it, we would help you. Because of the demand, we were seeing about 150 families a month. We weren't able to keep our shelf stocked. And so you might come in and get 6 diapers, you may not get anything. And so in 2010, we decided there was the movement in the pregnancy center of going from just like benevolence material assistance to a program. And so we launched our Earn While You Learn program. And so that is where our clients come in. They are in a small group. They get to learn about pregnancy, infant care, parenting, life skills. We have Bible studies, and that's an incentive program. So they get to earn boutique bucks and then shop in our boutique for things they need for their babies. So it really helps offset the financial piece for moms and dads. And we have them for women, and we have the classes for men as well. So that's really important. So that then continued. In about 2014, we decided that we were going to try to reach our clients before the pregnancy decision by offering STI or STD testing, thinking that we would be able to have that opportunity to talk about purity and about God's plan. And then also they would know us, so that in the event they did get pregnant, they would have already established a relationship with us.
Yes.
So those are the services we have. And then we also have post-abortion care, which is a really important piece of our ministry for women and men who have been affected by abortion, to seek that healing and the forgiveness that God gives so graciously to us. But then also learn how to forgive yourself. So in a nutshell, that's our services.
Yeah, that's a lot of really wonderful things. It's really amazing to see the progression. How, you know, as a ministry, you guys have just, you know, continued to change and upgrade.
Right.
The community has needed those services, you know, so that's just amazing. I know that the couple of times I've come to drop off materials, the atmosphere, and then I did participate in you guys had, y'all needed some pregnant people to come to train some new people to be able to read ultrasound. And so when I was pregnant with my first, 2011 is when he was born, so it's probably late 2010. That I was able to come in around 18 or 20 weeks, something like that. That was super fun. Everyone is so nice. And I love, like you said, I feel like you guys are full of grace. There's no condemnation. There's no judgment. You meet people where they are. You are doing such a really great job of that, you know, just meeting people where they are and being okay with the decisions people make, you know, and supporting them anyway and loving them anyway, as everybody should be. So definitely a core value that Harvest has as well. So why don't you tell everybody a little bit? Obviously you guys take, you know, money donations and credit card donations, and we can jump on your website and do that. What's another way that people are that can contribute in other ways?
Sure. So we right now with the whole COVID-19, it has impacted what we're able to take in donations. We're hoping that is going to be lifted and we're going to be able to get back to normal donations. But so right now we're accepting diapers, and that's always a huge need, wipes, baby formula, and then we can make arrangements if there are other things like pack and place. That's really huge now. A lot of families have gone from the crib to pack and place for their babies to sleep in. And so, and so there may be times when there are certain things that are needed, but without the COVID-19, we take donations from really basically anything that is baby, toddler related. We take clothing from newborn up to 5T. Some of the bigger items we are not able to take just because of space, but you know, really everything else. And our clients love to come in and shop, and you know, and things maybe they wouldn't even know, and they see it and they're like, oh, so excited, let me have that. So so people can help with material donations. People can volunteer. We're always looking for volunteers. When this opens up, we'll be having volunteers back in the building, but you can volunteer in the baby room with no client contact, and it's really just a servant-hearted person that's going to go through donations and sort things out. So if you're detail-oriented, you would love that. But you can also be a mentor, which they actually facilitate the classes, or you can be a client advocate with working with our medical clients going through either pregnancy tests, ultrasounds, or the STD testing. Each one has a different layer of training, and Cindy Morris is our client services director, and she handles all of that. So it's a interview paperwork kind of thing, but we're always looking for volunteers. specifically to medical volunteers. If we can get more medical volunteers, we can then expand our medical services. So that's really what we're hoping to do.
Yeah.
People can, board member, we're looking for board members now. And so that is also a volunteer position, but it's a little bit of a different position than being in the center. But if that God lays that on someone's heart, we would love to have that conversation.
Yeah.
We're looking for pastors. So I'll just put the plug in for Pastor Justin. We'd love to have him, but we are looking for board members, advisory board members who are kind of on the outside, but are there for us to say, hey, this is your expertise. What do you think about that?
Yeah.
Those are really the ways that people can give to the center, and they're all equally important.
Right. I know one of the favorite things, we have a couple, Charlie and Faye Smith, who's been involved with, I know you like when you know Charlie and Faye by name, like they are so involved, and they love the CareNet walk that you guys do every single year, and they're out with their papers, and I was like, put me down for whatever we did last year, add a little bit to it. It's a really great reminder, if we don't remember ourselves, to make sure that we're giving at least that one time a year. But we've been to the CareNet banquet, and I know a lot of those things, because of the coronavirus, has changed how we're going to be able to gather. I know you guys have had to do a lot of things with Zoom. So, if you're watching and you're interested, obviously we're posting this on social media, so you can comment below. I'll have all of the all of your contact information available so that people can call or email or check out the website, and get in touch. Is there anything else that you want to tell everyone before we hop off today? Is any other insight or, just anything else that you want to share with the community while you've got the opportunity?
Sure. Well, and I didn't mention this, but this is really one of the blessings and best ways to support us, other than obviously the financial piece, because that's what we exist on. But we really covet your prayers. This is a ministry that is on the front lines, is how we see it. We're working with men and women in the midst of a very vulnerable, crucial time in their lives. And so, we love and need your prayers. We don't have anything like organized to have like prayer every time we're open, but we just put that out there. So if you guys will keep us in your prayers, we would appreciate that. And then one exciting thing, there's many, but one exciting thing is we are in the process of getting a new ultrasound machine. We currently have one that is mobile, and the Knights of Columbus and another organization called For Us have partnered together to purchase a console ultrasound machine that will offer 3D ultrasounds.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So we're so excited about that, because there is some research that would support that when a woman sees her pregnancy, the baby in 3D, it gives another layer of connecting with that child. And so we are so excited. So we are hoping to get that maybe next week. And so we may be putting out to our churches again for some models to come in so that we can get used to the machine. So that'd be super fun. I will no longer qualify for that, but we'll make sure that we'll put that up with the interview as well, if that's happening. So it was super, super exciting to talk to you today. Thank you again so much for just being available and being flexible, so that we can highlight the ministries that Harvest so deeply cares about and supports every single month. I love that our church tithes off of our tithes. Tithe more than 10% off of all of the income, I guess you could call it, as it comes in here. And CareNet is definitely a part of that. So it's super exciting. Thanks again for being on with me today. And thank you to all of our viewers and everyone who's supporting our new series, this new adventure that we're doing. I love how God turns, maybe not the best of times into a blessing. And I think for me personally, I love how our church is stepping out and doing new things, and doing these Zoom meetings and things like that has been really, really, really fun. So thanks everybody for watching, and we will be back on again soon to talk with another ministry. Have a great day.